Hey, good morning to you. Monday, December 16th. Happy holidays to everybody. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Diwali, anything else you celebrate. We're going to speak mostly about Christmas today, but let me tell you something. I have a new neighbor here in my office suite, and ever since he's moved in, the internet's been spotty. So I'll go yell at him later. But for our purposes, the internet might go in and out. It did that last week. I ended up just canceling the broadcast. So I will do my best, and hopefully that won't become a running theme anymore. Now, how many of you have seen It's a Wonderful Life? I think most of us have seen that movie. And the movie is about a gentleman who is depressed and suicidal. And then he's shown what the world would be like, or at least what his town would be like, if he never existed. And I kind of feel that we can do that same exercise regarding Christmas. What would life be like, at least in the northern latitudes, if there was no Christmas? I mean, it would really suck, wouldn't it? It would be dark and depressing. I mean, as it is, it gets dark now at 4:30 and it's cold, and it would really stink. I mean, I would suggest that we need Christmas. It plays a very important function, and it's really super cool. I mean, to give us something to look forward to give us some lights and some noise. Here in America, we do it in a very Vegas-y way. God bless us. I couldn't imagine what life would be like if we didn't have Christmas right smack as winter was beginning. It would really stink. So I'm always thinking, like, what's cool about Christmas? What is the history? And I, scratch itches. I use AI sometimes to do that, and I've done that today, and I just wanted to share it with you a little bit. Like, what is so great about Christmas? And that's the first thing. The fact that it just gives us something in this time that would otherwise be so dark and depressing. It gives us something. I don't know what they do in the Southern Hemisphere this time of year, honestly. They don't have as much of a need, or in California or Arizona, they don't have the same need that we do here in the Northeast. But here it plays like I said, a very important function. So I was watching a movie last night, not very good. It's a rom-com. It's on Netflix. I think it's called Our Little Secret. And like I said, it wasn't a great rom-com, but it was decent. It was passable. It was, I guess, acceptable. I couldn't recommend it highly, though. And it got me to thinking about rom-coms and about how so many of them take place around the Christmas season, around the holiday season. And so I then went to my friend Google AI and I did some research. First of all, I wanted to find out, what are the top 5 Christmas? I started thinking about movies. I also started thinking about songs, right? And I wanted to see how well AI would do. So I looked up the top 5 Christmas songs of all time, and here's what I got. Number 1, according to Google AI, is All I Want for Christmas Is You by Mariah Carey. They say it's considered a modern classic, and I would agree with that. And many of these songs are in rom-coms, in romantic comedies, right? We see them in our movies, which is another of the things that is very cool about Christmas, is how it's become such a part of the fabric of our culture from so many different perspectives. I want to talk more about that in a minute, but let me just continue with this. Top 5 Christmas songs. All I Want for Christmas is number 1. White Christmas by Bing Crosby is number 2. This song is a nostalgic holiday hit, according to Google AI. And yes, it is. Jingle Bell Rock by Bobby Helms. How many of you people knew that? Bobby Helms. I never heard of him before. He probably never did anything before or since. The Christmas Song by Nat King Cole. What a classic. What a smooth voice, like butter. And that's the song that starts out chestnuts roasting on an open fire. And then number 5, Rocking Around the Christmas Tree by Brenda Lee. It's a playful tune that gets everyone in the holiday spirit. So honestly, as far as these songs go, it's not far off from what I would do on my list. I think AI got it pretty much right. I mean, you could argue I might put in Last Christmas by Wham. It's a recent classic. But super good job by AI, in my opinion. Now, I also looked up Christmas movies, and here's what I got. Top 5 Christmas movies of all time, or as AI reinterpreted, here are 5 of the most beloved Christmas movies of all time. Now, I don't think it did the best job in the world on this list. So here's what we got. Number 1, It's a Wonderful Life. Well, that's got to be on this list. I mean, I started out talking about that today. Got to be there. Number 2, A Christmas Story, 1983. It follows the adventures of a young Ralphie Parker as he dreams of getting a Red Ryder BB gun for Christmas. I've never seen it. In fact, I didn't think I knew enough to have my own top 5 Christmas movie list, honestly. So in some